sound. Everywhere we go, we bring the curtains down. Shandor's got his head up in the clouds so high. And Vardy's dropping truth bombs, making grown men cry. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. For bars and cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. Sanders got a mouth that never knows when to quit. He'll say the wrong thing just for the hell of it. Vardy's on a rant about the state of the nation, while Sanders in the corner lacking concentration. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in the world. Vardy's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. She called her a lady, she heard hot mess. Vardy's on his soapbox, preaching to the crowd, but all they hear is noise, cause he's way too loud. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Sandor and Vardy are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade. And we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. Kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in a whirl. Vardy's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in a whirl. Vardy's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Sandor tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. He called her a lady, she heard hot mess, didn't find her. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till I let your hair curl. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Shandor and Vardy are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade. And we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made.
Oh my god. So Vardy, after the stream last week, guess who texts me and asks if we were still going? Doku. You want to know when he texted me?
When?
3 o'clock in the afternoon. I text him back, I go, Doku, who the fuck wants to see Vardy and me talking about nonsense bullshit for fucking, what, 12 hours? 10 hours? Some shit like that? I don't know, I was exaggerating when I said it, but I'm like, nobody wants to see us fucking bullshit for that long. Most people can't even stomach us for 10 minutes. I can't stomach us for 10 minutes. I kid, but that's the way it is. So let's start with the obvious elephant in the room, shall we?
Yeah.
You were right. I didn't think they would do it, but they did.
Told ya.
They tried to shoot Trump. I didn't think they would do it that early. And you were just saying it like a couple hours previous.
Yeah. See, like, did that hurt at all?
No,
Like, was that like so horrifically bad that like, you know, one would rather go through hell and torment to never go through that ever again?
what being actually shot or admitting that they did it. They
No,
tried
no,
to do
getting
it.
an "I told you so" from me.
The I told you so. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go cut myself now.
No, it's
It's
just that, like, I don't know, for some reason that seems to be the absolute possible worst possible thing that I could ever do. So much
oh
so that
shit.
people will move heaven and earth and, free incarcerated fucking mass murderers and shit just to make it so that I don't get the chance to say, told you so.
No, Farty, I need to go cut myself now. It's long way for attention, right? Or is it short way for attention?
It's not across the street, it's down the road.
Oh, okay. So long way for results. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look, see,
I'll be
like,
I'll be right back.
I might come off as a bit of a conspiracy theorist nowadays, but you need to sort of grasp that, like, I'd go looking for stuff that interests me, and the stuff that interests me is the shit that none of you cunts care about.
Yeah.
Like fucking, you know, bloody deployments and movements of the US fucking Navy. Bloody one of the first
I
people I
just
subscribed
didn't
to on
see it
Twitter was
happening.
HI Sutton. Hey?
I just didn't see it happening. And not like fucking 4.5 hours after you said it.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a bit bloody quick in the timing too, but remember, like, I thought it happened a couple of days after I'd said it. When it, by the time
Yeah,
it
no,
actually
it was
happened,
that day. Holy shit.
but fucking yeah, but like from the outside looking in to what's going on with you cunts right now, it's a hell of a lot fucking scarier than I fucking actually told you, because
Yeah.
it no shit reads like the story from a really B grade fucking movie, and it has done the whole bloody time, you know. Um, It'll probably be funny that the Democrats will come unstuck because they'll start making every excuse under the sun how it wasn't them when no one was accusing them of doing it in the first place, and that'll just lead to all the paper trail and evidence that they've created to show that this guy was someone who he wasn't, and I don't know.
Yeah. So the whole narrative has been, oh, he was a Republican. Dude, A, Republicans don't give money to the DNC, and B, Republicans don't miss.
Mm,
So the whole
yeah,
story's been, he's a Republican, he's a Republican, he's a registered Republican. I don't care. Donald Trump is a registered Democrat. It's probably why the Democrat Party hates him so much, is he keeps registering Democrat or Republican, depending on who's in charge at the time. He's
I'm
been
surprised that they didn't blame the Bernie Bros.
oh Christ, yeah, no that oh man, everyone's forgotten about Bernie,
Mm.
which may or may not be a good thing.
But yeah, just get the hint, you old bag. Fucking no cunt wants you to be bloody president with your fucking grassroots, fucking hippy dippy nonsense bullshit.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
Bernie Bros only booed Trump at that rally because it's just Trump is just another person that's getting in the road of Bernie being their president.
Bernie got in the way of him being president. Let's have no illusions of that. He got in the way of being president.
Mm.
And he was such an unlikable fuck. And they're talking about Biden maybe stepping out of the race by the end of the weekend. I don't know if I see that happening.
Well, you're fucked either way now.
Well, yeah, either way, it doesn't really matter. Like, I was telling someone this the other day. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter who wins the election this coming cycle. It doesn't matter. We're fucked either way. World War III is on the horizon, and all it's gonna take is someone farting in the wrong direction.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. If World War III happens, I'll be fucking fine with it. You know why? We'll get rid of all these fucking losers who just complain and whine that everything's unfair and this, that, the other thing, and, you know, free Ukraine and shit. Well, good. Now you can put your money where your mouth is. Oh my god. Someone just posted on Twitter that rumor has it Democrats will pick a new nominee based on how well they can do the Macarena. It's a joke post, but
At this point,
at this point, I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, like, here's another reason why you'd actually want Trump to do the job. He's the one that he's the only one that's actually volunteering to do it at this point.
Yeah.
Because you look at the Democrats, and they're like, no, we don't want Joe doing it. It's like, well, who next? Camel Toe. No, we don't want her either. Well, you do it then. No, fuck on. You just seen the fucking mess that they've made? I'm not fucking cleaning that shit up. Which is another bloody issue that you've got now. Who really wants to clean this fucking mess up? The only one that actually wants to do it is Trump. So you'd rather better off having the guy that wants the fucking job rather than the guy that's been made to do the damn job.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel really weird about this election. Like the last election, like I felt really good about, and then the F happened. They dropped the F on us. And you know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, let's see. 2020 election results or images. Election
The dog leg.
results. Chart.
I'm surprised you guys never really mentioned this as much as you should
have. What's that?
The dog leg.
Yeah.
That was like, I woke up first thing in the morning. Like, even then, you know, I was talking to my mum the night before, and she's like, oh, well, historically, you know, this goes this way and that goes that way. And I'm like, yeah, Mum, I don't think you understand the level of dumb fuckery in America at the moment. Next morning, wake up to, it was only like a couple of hours later, wake up to that dog leg fucking thing. The night before, Trump was fucking clearly winning. And then all of a sudden, fucking bang, fucking, yep.
So there's...
shoots up fucking like that, and then all of a sudden just starts winning, like, and then Trump goes nowhere from that point on. I'll go get fucked.
There it is. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about when the F happened. So there's this clear, huge streak of blue that just goes straight up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And this is statistically impossible. Okay? This is statistically impossible. And I don't care who you are. Right? I don't care if Joe Biden is a legitimate winner. There could be a bunch of other things that explain, you know, Biden winning.
That shenanigans alone calls it into question.
Yeah. But this poll right here, like a literal poll, like a post in the middle of the vote counts, and this is indicative of the votes being counted. And this was
this wasn't some fucking conspirator. This was even on all the Australian news channels and shit.
Yeah. So I don't
like.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you know, it was like one fucking community TV show in the middle of bumfuck Idaho or something like that accidentally put up the wrong thing, or, you know, a joke one or something like that. And everyone ran with it. Fucking no, this was being reported and it didn't get fucking fact checked as false or anything like that. They just put it out there and hoped it fucked off, and it quietly did. And I'm wondering why.
Yeah. No, I don't care who you are. I don't care if Joe Biden actually is the legitimate president. That was some shady shit, and that's what disillusioned me to the entire... Like, I kind of thought politics was bullshit anyway, but I did what I thought was right, and tried to participate to make sure, that, shady shit didn't happen. And, when I put my vote in, and to see it be completely disregarded like that, like, you're basically pissing on my face and telling me it's rain at that point, right?
Mhm.
That's statistically impossible. That shit has never happened in the, what, 200, 300 years that the United States has been a fucking country? It has never happened. It never happened once. And I can promise you that shit only happens in countries like fucking Cuba, in fucking, what's it called? North Korea, in.
Oh no, they don't have to fucking draw it out and all this kind of stuff because
Oh, but
then
they
it takes
do.
so
They
count
make a
one
show
ballot.
of it. They make a show of it.
Yeah, but there's only so long you can take the count one ballot.
Yeah. But my point is that this shit doesn't happen in free countries. This shit
Well,
happens in
here's
dictatorship countries.
a better point for you. Is that 870 million people in the entirety of India, and
Mm-hmm.
they counted into like an entire election result in like 8 hours or something like that. And it took one fucking county or something like that, fucking was it 8 weeks to count fucking 38,000 votes.
Yeah.
That's more a better point that you can make.
Well, it's not about making a better point. It's making about the correct point. The correct point is that this shit doesn't happen in a free country. It happens in a fucking dictatorship.
Hmm.
And it happens in fucking countries where there is no freedom. And I'm not going to apologize. This isn't a fucking free country anymore. And that was proven to us.
It hasn't been for a good long while.
It
Your
hasn't
freedoms
been.
are actually just an illusion. Oh, you got freedom of speech and all this kind of stuff, but you
Mhm.
can't swear on television for a certain time of day.
So
Uh,
the thing is that the freedom of speech only applies to political speech. And
yeah,
even then, when you go, like, right now, I'm pretty sure someone at YouTube is gonna, or a bot is gonna comb this stream and is gonna do whatever they can to nuke the channel again,
mhm.
or nuke all the VODs or some shit. And you know what? Fine, fuck it. We'll move to Kick. We'll move to Twitch. We'll move to a different fucking streaming platform. And you know what? Maybe we'll get a fucking. You know what? Right after today's stream, I'm going to set up a Kick for Exiled Opinions, and we'll have our backup already in place, because I see it coming, unless mainstream media wants there to be an illusion of freedom again, because right now we're all gripped by the balls by corporate media. And this is what I was saying, this is what I say all the time, is that we don't need the government to go fucking full um fucking communist. We're so ingrained in fucking corporate culture in the States here that the corporations could go at least soft communism and people would embrace it. How they're kind of already going soft communism, right? You go to the store, you get a buy one get one free. They're giving shit away at stores sometimes, right? What's a company gonna do if they give you a reward card, and they ask you to tie it to your social media so they can keep track of your social media posts, right? Boom, you've got social credit right there. They
Yeah, cashless economies.
Yeah, we don't need the government to go communist. Is the fucking corporations already own the country.
Well, you've already gone full communist. That happened 4 years ago.
Yeah, no,
But
you're right. You're right. Our GDP is fucking through the floor. Our fucking national debt is what, $40 trillion somewhere abouts right now?
something like that.
Tripled in fucking the first year of office because of Ukraine. And it's all because, and I was telling this to someone else, all because of some shit Joe Biden could have fucking stopped. Instead of a strongly worded "don't do it," he just let Russia steamroll into Ukraine, and that was it. Oh well, we're gonna sanction Ukraine now by not buying petroleum from them, which was already your fucking plan to start with. It was just a fucking excuse, and the only reason they have fucking they're giving money to Ukraine right now for war support, quote unquote, when it's not even been declared a war by the fucking UN. Um, the only reason they're giving money to Ukraine is because Burisma Holdings is in fucking Ukraine. And who's got fucking ownership stake in the Ukraine and Burisma Holdings? Fucking the Bidens.
I
And
also reckon Waddy's also got some dirt on the Bidens as well. I mean, how else does like a nobody fucking comedian become a fucking bloody the Jewish leader of a fucking Nazi state, um, and hasn't been fucking booted out yet and all this kind of shit, but is so deathly afraid of the Russians getting him and doesn't realise yet the Yanks are going to fuck him over, so he may as well give whatever to the Russians that he's got. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
there's nowhere though. There's no way out of this that they get out without fucking this becoming public. Like all of what Joe Biden's got tied up in fucking Ukraine, and then there's a lot of other people in the US government that quietly shutting the fuck up, hoping that no one looks in their direction as well. But fucking yeah, like you watch the Democrats run around, oh, Russian disinformation again when they finally do take fucking Kiev, and which I don't think's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
But they only want a buffer zone. That's it. As long as they can get a peace agreement, a buffer zone, no more shelling of Russian fucking ethnics in the fucking east, and a guarantee that they'd never to join NATO, this will all be over right now.
Yeah. Oh, it could have been over when Biden took office and he just said, hey, maybe not start a war with the company I have dealings with. You know what? I want to see. This is a perfect opportunity for Ukraine to get in the good graces of the UN and shit again. It's the perfect opportunity to get into the good graces of the world stage, and all they have to do is release whatever dirt they have on Biden, regardless of the aid they're being sent. Because what'll happen here is, see, look, got we only did A, B, and C because Biden, Obama, Clinton, everyone like that, Gates, whatever, whatever fucking finger you want to points at a international coup of some sort by some cabal, right? And go, we were coerced into doing these horrible, dirty, nasty things. Please forgive us. This is the information we have on assets in the United States that have been doing this coercion. Please help us stop Russia. And I could see that playing out. I'm not entirely sure how well it'll work, but I can see that playing out. I can see that being an option, and I can see that being a route for Ukraine to take to be in the world's good graces once again.
Well, they also have to stop being so fucking corrupt.
Yeah. Maybe it's better they get absorbed by Russia again.
Yeah. Well, fucking, it was funny. 2 weeks ago, they just come out and said that US has just declared Ukraine too corrupt to ever join NATO. And then 5 minutes later, there's another $6 billion fucking deal being scribbled
You
up by
know,
fucking Potato. And
have,
we're given another 1 point something billion dollars of our money. And it's like, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, it's not a conspiracy. They're corrupt. Why are we still giving them money?
yeah. So I got a question for you, Farty. Have you ever played The Sims?
Yeah.
So you know how
Well,
like in what's that?
I know of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how like in The Sims where like you put a wall down and then you see the money just pa-ching right out of the sky. You know,
Yeah.
you put the wall down and then the money symbol comes up with however many simoleons you spent, and that's kind of what happened here. Ukraine can't join NATO. Ba-ching, here's more money.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, but yeah, like, well, like, we're a bunch of dumb cunts down here because, like, 5 seconds after they said, no, they're really corrupt, we go, well, here's another $1 billion we don't have.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm getting really frustrated with the debt that our country is incurring. Um, can we stop? Can we stop giving Ukraine our money? Can we stop giving them our supplies? Can we stop giving them troops? We're sending
could have
troops
done
over there now.
any time in the last 2 years.
What's that?
You could have done this any time in the last 2 years.
We could have done it at the start of this shit 4 years ago. And all Biden would have had to have done was fucking do whatever he needed to fucking do. I was telling this to somebody. I was talking to somebody the other day. I go, if Joe Biden were to tell you to do something, you already have it set in your mind. You're going to do something horrible, evil, unspeakable. And there's nothing that's going to stop you except one of two people. Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Take away the fact that, either one is president at whatever time in history and just go based on their personality alone. Who are you going to be more inclined to listen to? Will it be Joe Biden or will it be Donald Trump?
Donald Trump would never like Joe Biden.
Well, no. It's not about liking them or not. They're just taking into account their personality, taking into account what they have done as a leader, right? Joe Biden, I wouldn't listen to because fuck. Taking away the fact that he's president right now, and this is not to say anything of I'd spit in the president's face if he disrespected me. I would. I seriously would. I don't care what president it is. If you're not going to take the time to respect me as an individual, I'm going to spit in your face. And I would probably try to take a swing. I'll never try to attempt to assassinate a president, but I would definitely try to knock him on his ass and spit on him for disrespecting me. But that aside, I wouldn't heed anything Biden had to say. He'd probably forget he fucking said it 10 seconds later. Donald Trump, on the other hand, scares the shit out of me. I respect the man, but he scares the shit out of me. Like, he has the ability to carry out the shit that he threatens. And I respect that about him, but I also...
The thing of it is, though, with that, is like, I don't know where it's coming from. Like, that, Trump's going to get us all nuked and he's going to do this and he's going to do, like, so yeah, like, where's Trump's fucking, rap sheet from all the times he, walks down the street and pops over there? Oh, sorry, that's Alec Baldwin who does that. Fucking, but who's, comes out and just went blam, blam, and then fucking shot her. Oh, that was Alec Baldwin too. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, damn. But no, like I said, Trump has the ability to carry out his threats. He has the ability to follow through on his threats. He has done nothing to threaten the safety and the whatever of our country. He hasn't done anything to do that. Joe Biden has.
but you also know in Trump as well that like he's a serious businessman, and
Yeah.
serious businessmen still don't carry on like fuckwits and retards and dickheads because well, the business is their own baby, whereas the country is just the job for the politician. And so while Trump might, you know, say, oh, well, I'll threaten this and I'll threaten that. Well, if you go on to that point where he's now threatening this, you have gone and fucked up something pretty bad. So if
Oh
you've
yeah.
got that threat, you need to start backing the fuck right up.
Yeah.
And,
And
you
that's kind of
know,
the point
like,
that I'm making is that
but,
he's
but you know, other leaders out there, the world's not full of fuckwits like Joe Biden, right? And fucking
Mhm.
there's like this one point where I could see the moment clicked in fucking Putin's head. You're trying to watch fucking Biden fucking control a fucking telephone, and you can see him on the screens, like Putin's on the screen behind him, watching him trying to do this, and you just see this cheeky grin. It's like,
yeah.
now's the time.
And then he's
And then
sitting
you read it
there.
in his face. He said, "Now's the fucking time," right? But with Trump, right? Um, you know that you can deal with him. He'll say, "Yeah, I put more sanctions on Russia than ever. But
Yeah.
Putin was still talking to Trump because Putin was getting, you got this sanction because of this. Now, if you do blah blah, we'll look at getting rid of that one. You got this sanction because of blah blah.
Yeah.
Now, if you go and talk to this cunt for us and sort this problem out, well, we'll look at fucking that one off. And that's all the sanctions that Trump put on.
Yeah.
Biden was just sanction, sanction, sanction. Oh, you're Russian in sanction. Is it today? Oh, you're a sanction. Oh,
Yeah.
look, skies blue, it's a sanction. Fucking, oh, we'll turn the tap on and water came out. A sanction. We'll turn the tap on, water didn't come on. Came out. Oh, well, another sanction. And
Yep.
Putin's like, well, what the fuck are these sanctions for? And was like, oh, well, because what time of the day is it? Because
Yeah.
fucking, and that is the difference between someone that will push a button and someone that you will be able to negotiate right down to the last second. And if you get to a point where now you're still throwing nukes at each other, it's actually your fucking fault, not Trump's.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what? I'm not even afraid of World War III at this point. I'm not even afraid. It's coming. It's fucking coming. And I think what's going to happen is I think we're going to be the ones to do it first. I think we're going to be the ones to launch the nukes. And then, unless we and I have zero faith that we're going to in this instance, but unless we hit very key strategic targets all in one go, yeah,
there's nothing that doesn't exist.
no, it doesn't.
You'll never get a simultaneous attack taking out every last skerrick of the enemy's weapons.
No, you won't. And that's kind of the point that I'm making. Is that unless we do so, which we can't, we're fucked. Either way, we're fucked. And I'm honestly of the opinion now. I'm of the opinion they're gonna do something to keep Biden in office, and they want to keep Biden in office because he's infirm, because he can't see shit, because he is, and I don't mean he's blind. I mean he doesn't have any fucking foresight, and he doesn't have any foresight because he's infirm, right? He's gone. He's mentally gone, and they're gonna use him as a fucking puppet for however long as they can. He is a useful idiot right now, and people don't fucking realize it.
Here's another wacky fucking theory.
Yes.
I reckon. Okay, so just before Potato became the president, he apparently had some brain surgery for fucking aneurysms. Like, you still put him in as president after that? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
But that was also to explain why his facial features had changed drastically over the space of a couple of years. And they did, and they have. And I'm wondering why not many people are pointing that one out too. But I'm sort of kind of thinking, right, that they had their horse bet so much on fucking Joe Biden becoming the president. When he went in for that aneurysm and stuff, he accidentally went in for plastic surgery after slipping the big Mike word around fucking Michelle Obama.
Hey, Duster.
Like, fuck. Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Shit. I know. We'll nip down to Shady Oaks. Yeah, this cunt looks a bit like him. How's your mental acuity there, old fella?
Eh?
My mental Acura, I don't have a mental Acura. My son's got an actual Acura, though.
Dester's in the
Okay, yeah,
chat.
this one will do. You're Joe Biden now. Joe Biden. Is that come from Scranton? Yeah, no, that's you from Scranton. Oh, shit. That explains why he's fucking going off on these bloody stories that never fucking happened and shit. Because, well, they're actually from this loon pot's fucking actual real life, and he just doesn't understand that he's not playing himself at the moment. He
Yeah.
gets all of like Joe Biden's family stories wrong because yeah, remember this one, blah 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 blah. Shit, hope he remembers all of that.
That's
Oh yes, and then my truck driving uncle came around and built this bridge standing there behind me, the one that's fallen into the river, and back in World War Two, he fought off the Japanese with a cannibal's arm and fucking
that's
fucking
that's an interesting theory, Farty. Dester's in the chat. He says he's on his way to work, so he won't be on for long, and he's pretty sure Joe Biden had a tumor. I'm pretty sure Joe Biden is the tumor. It's like that South Park episode, right? The living tumor.
There's some glob of shit in the fucking in an abortion bucket somewhere.
Oh, right,
He's throwing
yeah.
out the wrong part. Fucking hell, man! I'm Joe Biden.
Remember the chin balls he had after surgery? I do not. But then again, I wasn't really following Biden very, very closely until
Chin
recently.
balls, like the chin balls came back for an appearance, fucking just before the the debate, and I don't know why people are surprised about that. Where else do you keep the balls on a dickhead?
um, so this whole Trump assassination thing, right, has just been. It has proved to me humanity does not deserve to exist anymore. It has just proved to me that. Because we have people coming, we had celebrities coming out of the woodwork. I said this last week. We had celebrities coming out of the woodwork going, "You need to kill him, Joe. You need to kill him, Joe." And there's a couple of fucking things that have surfaced since then. So in the footage of, in the moments of leading up right before Trump gets shot and has part of his ear excised, it's Trump's Ronald Reagan moment. No, it was not that magnanimous. Um, I
Especially
think
with that fucking female bloody Secret Service officer who couldn't get a fucking holster in a gun back into a holster because a fucking bloody muffin top was in the road.
that's not even a problem. I don't even really care about that.
The other female Secret Service agent who was that fucking short, she left a clear head and shoulders target for the sniper to have another crack.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that right now. This makes me laugh. But no, here's another problem, right? There's word has it that the woman in the crowd who's like kind of like squatting down into her seat moments before the shot is fired is the FBI director. And there's a lot of very strong evidence to support it. I'm not saying that she is, that she was the director sitting there in the crowd. But there's a lot of strong evidence to support it right now. And I'm waiting to hear more as the situation kind of unfolds. But there's a lot of strong evidence that she was there, and it would explain why and here's a bunch of crazy shit. All right, here's a bunch of crazy shit that happened around this party. Apparently, the shooter was on the top of the building, and they had seen him. The FBI and Secret Service had both seen him, and they did nothing about him. They did nothing to dissuade him. Apparently, a cop tried to approach him, climbed up the ladder to the top of the building where he was, where the shooter then trained the gun on the cop. And the cop just backed down the ladder and said to hell with it instead of calling it in. The FBI knew about it. The whole, like, everyone knew about it except obviously for Trump, apparently. And so that was a thing that happened. Another thing that's coming out is that there was possibly a bet made on Trump's life that closed out about an hour before the what's it called? Fucking before the rally. There we go. I knew I'd pull it out. Dester says, or you shouldn't outsource it to some random company in India, so when they force out an update, it doesn't B-side banks, hospitals, and airports. Yeah, you're talking about the software thing. It was the SWAT building for the rally. Yeah, it was. So, you have the shooter like in plain sight of everybody. Everybody knows he's there except for Trump, and they let him take the shot.
This looks like it really does like sound like a Wayans Brothers movies, like from back in the day, like first scary movie kind of thing. You can just imagine the scene sort of set up there, like cut to the back of that building, and there's like two officer doofies fucking standing there trying to pick up underage girls or something like that. It's like, hey, look at our uniforms, yeah, we were so great, yeah, counter-terrorism, yeah, fuck, how good are we, yeah. And then the bloke who the sniper, like walks past with obvious sniper written on him and fucking giant fucking complicated sniper's rifle and all this, and and he's got some cheapo piece of shit fucking rangefinder or something like that, and then it's like, oh yeah, what do you got there? And it's like, oh, it's just here yeah, well, could have got you a better deal and something better or something like that. And there, go on, get on with your work, whatever it was. Anyway, we got to keep your fucking wits about you in this job, kind of thing. And then there'll be last later on, it's like, so you missed the obvious sniper that had obvious sniper with an obvious sniper rifle, that even had obvious sniper rifle written on it, fucking ladder and all this, nothing fucking sort of struck that as weird. Well, he had a really shit, cheap fucking rangefinder.
So
we were too busy interested in that to notice everything else.
Yeah.
Like, some shit like that.
Dester says that a company shorted Trump's media media company just before the rally. That I didn't know about. I know that bets were being taken. I know bets were being placed. And they closed about an hour before the rally. And apparently a company shorted Trump's media. Hang on, let me double check this. A BlackRock funded company shorted Trump's media company before the rally. That is interesting. So this sounds like more fucking collusion. This sounds like more...
I was initially going to go the whole... They basically talk some fucking idiot mental case into fucking doing it. It's like, oh, Lord and Savior, President Biden said we could. And it's like, no, he never said you could. And it was only really just for the president that could actually do that. Not any old monkey fuck. Oh, well, that's not what that CIA bloke told me. That CIA bloke. Yeah, what did he say about the CIA bloke? Oh, no, he's just a loon pot and a, wacko conspiracy theorist.
See, that I knew. That I knew, Dester. Dester says the shooter was in a BlackRock commercial. Yeah, that I did know. So there's a lot of threads right now, and everything is spidering every which way, and it just proves that we don't live in a free country anymore. It just proves that we no longer live in a society that wants our participation for anything other than corporate monkey work.
Pretty much.
That's it. You are owned by the corporations that own the politicians. And the politicians... What's that?
Pretty well much.
Yeah. So, we're fucked as a country. We're fucked as a global stage, honestly. And a BlackRock company just happens to short Trump before the rally. Yeah, no, it's I'm not confident we live in a free and just society anymore. I'm not confident.
More of a point of they're not even trying to hide it from you anymore. I mean, like everything that Joe Biden's done, it almost seems like someone said to him, "Yeah, you're gonna have to cut it out with a lot of this shit." And it's like, no, this is just the norm. This is what everybody does. This is, presidential privilege or some shit like that. And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was only when we used to try and keep it a secret. What, that was trying to keep it a secret? Yes, dickhead.
Yeah, the
Fucking
next step is they'll probably try to take out Biden. They'll put a they'll put a hit on Biden. The hit won't work. This is my theory. They'll put a hit on Biden. The hit won't work. They'll replace him with Kamala. Kamala will be president for a few months. This is the gayest cyberpunk dystopia ever. We don't even have cybernetic limbs. I mean, we kind of do, but we don't. We don't even have fucking cyberware. That
Yeah, it's the shit stuff that no cunt trusts already.
yeah. Where's the cyberware? If I'm gonna live in this hellscape dystopia, I want to at least be able to fucking replace parts of my body, just on a whim.
Eh,
Just I want to be able to walk down to the fucking hospital and be like, hey, why don't you give me a spine implant? You know?
that'd be just even more annoying.
What's
Because you'd have bionic glasses, and it'd all have to be up on the internet somehow, and then you'd be just constantly fucking getting fucking malware and scammed and hacked and shit like that. Fucking, you know, get a bloody robotic arm. All of a sudden, you're randomly grabbing Sheila's on the tits uncontrollably because some fucking Spurgburger in the middle of bloody the jungles of fucking Irian Jaya or something like that's having awful fucking fun hacking your arm.
Yeah, where's the problem in that?
Oh well, you're the poor silly cunt that'll get charged for it though.
Yeah, until they look at the fucking firmware.
Well, you should have updated your antivirus.
No, I did.
Evidently, you didn't.
The
So now you're going to go to a place where a whole bunch of blokes called Bubba are going to now grope you constantly.
cyberware uses CrowdStrike. Fuck you, Des. I don't know, man. I just why? I live in the wrong fucking decade. Okay? I live in the wrong fucking decade. Um I've been writing this story for my game about how this company goes rogue and fucking starts a war on its own, on American soil, and the American government has no choice but to back it, at least until, the fucking, because of all the money this company makes and all of the money this company dumps into the fucking. Sorry, Kumar is not in an extradition country. Oh my god. Dester, you asshole. And I've been writing this story about all this money this company gives to the fucking to every politician to have them in their back pocket, and all of the dirt they've got on all of the politicians so they can justify just walking into a fucking country to steal its mines so that it has unfettered access to the resources to make this material, to make this metal for their giant machines of war that are making fucking tanks, infantry, fucking drones, everything just obsolete other than this big giant fucking 4-story target that no one can seem to hit because it's moving 90 miles an hour. How the fuck do we manage that? I don't know. It's sci-fi, okay? It's fucking sci-fi. That would be pretty fucking scary, though, wouldn't it, Farty? A giant fucking 4-legged mech that can run 90 miles an hour stomping on infantry and fucking tanks and shit. Don't you think?
Until you find a cave.
Well, yeah, until you find a cave, and then it blows the fucking cave closed.
Ah, well,
We'll,
I think you got to take any chances with being stomped then if that's the case.
yeah. All in
There's
an
not much thing
effort.
that can kill you quick in a cave.
What's that?
Funnily enough, there's not many things in Australia that'll kill you very quickly in a cave.
Yeah, you got bats, right? Like big giant fucking bats in Australia.
Yeah, but they don't kill you.
No, it's the bugs on the floor of those bat caves at will.
It's more like you can get horrible infections and shit like that.
Like sepsis and
Um,
shit, right? Because it's just like nothing but guano on the floor of the caves. Guano and
pretty,
bugs.
pretty much, yeah.
Because, like, I think the bugs are attracted to the guano, and they just sit
Well,
there eating shit all day.
they basically also mark
Mm.
their territory by fucking hanging upside down, pissing all over themselves or spitting all over themselves and then rubbing themselves up against stuff.
That's really fucking gross. I would, like, I like fruit bats. I really do. But I don't think I would ever own a fucking fruit bat.
Mm.
I would love
Fucking
to have a fruit bat. They're fucking cute as hell. And
here's an
they're incredibly
interesting
handleable. What's that?
here's an interesting thing about animals. Fucking they only figured this out since the 1960s.
Mm.
Uh, that you can track penguins from space,
How's that?
and you can track them via satellites. And then he found out in the 1960s that penguins are one of the only animals on the planet to have this very peculiar trait, and that is they shit standing up.
Yeah.
Not, not only that, but they shit with something like 12 times the force of an adult human male.
Yeah. They could do
Don't ask,
literally shit rockets.
yeah, so don't ask me how they measured that, but in any case, they can actually track them by the shit splatters that they leave in the snow because they shit with that much force standing up that it no kidding looks like the splatter pattern left by a fucking rocket ship taking off.
Okay, that makes sense. How does it not? There's so much fucking outward force. How does it not give them at least a little bit of air? Flightless bird my ass. Or their ass, I should say.
Fucking, I'd actually like to see that happen live, like a penguin just standing there and all of a sudden, and then this splatter fucking just appears from underneath him.
You think they do it all at once? Like it all just comes out at once? In one or like you've had a really bad night at fucking Taco Bell or whatever, right? And you sit on the fucking toilet and it all just shoots out of your asshole.
Yeah, well, supposedly it's from what I've been told, it sounds like it's all in one hit and not like fuck, oh shit, hot, 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 hot.
We're literally pouring any like fucking hot sauce and alcohol on your asshole would feel better than taking that shit.
Yeah, I think it's more of a case of
You
oh
think so? Ah, there it is.
shit,
One and done.
yeah,
That's,
sort of you fart and it's like, and then you see like a knob of poop roll out in front of you and it's like, oh well, that must have been a turd then.
yeah.
We're
I
trusting a fart after 40 bullshit. I'm not even fucking 40 yet.
uh, my God, Farty. What am I gonna do with you? I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm at a loss, man. I'm at a fucking loss. Like, can we just get World War III over with? Can we just start shooting nukes?
Well,
Like the problem with nukes are they're no longer a deterrent. They are no longer the what's that?
they're no longer the deterrent. They are now the eventuality.
No, they're the finale. They're the grand finale.
No, well, it won't kill everybody.
No, and
Like,
most of our nuke stock is hydrogen bombs now, so you don't get, the lingering radiation effects.
well, you still do. It's more of a case of up north, you guys will get taken out in the first hour.
Mm-hmm.
The first hour, like the final bombs would have been fallen well and truly after the last of you lot have been
Oh shit.
vaporized well and truly fucking hour beforehand. Us, because there isn't any nuclear armed countries in the southern hemisphere, fucking except for India, but
Well,
they're
that
on
and a
good terms.
stockpile of U.S. Weapons that Australia is holding on to.
Oh, they don't exist.
Oh, well,
We
why the
don't have
fuck
them here
not? You should.
because not having them here doesn't make us a nuclear target. But don't worry about that B-52 that's only passing through, but it's taking 6 months to pass through every week or so. It'll come back and take another 6 months to pass through. Never mind that that's got fucking nuclear armed cruise missiles on board.
Oh,
That we haven't had for 30 years.
yeah.
Um, fucking yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that
Hmm.
passing through now keeps us not from not being a nuclear target because it's not our weapon, it's America's weapon. We don't choose to know what's on that plane.
So Dester says the main thing is we have so many interception systems most nuclear payloads wouldn't hit. That's not that's not even really a case because the whether or not you strike a nuclear missile out of the sky um, isn't really the issue. The issue is whatever nuclear material, whatever fissile material um, gets shot out of the sky is still going to be in the sky. That
Well,
shit's still going
there's
to.
the, there's the issue too, the big misnomer with like missiles and stuff that get shot down is that it doesn't actually sort of like disintegrate it into harmless little speckles or something like that. It'll typically just smash the missile in half. So you've still got a fairly intact warhead section and most of a booster section usually coming down in two halves.
Yeah.
And so
In many
just because
cases,
you
the
shut it down
entire
doesn't mean
thing.
the payload still won't go off.
Yeah.
Now, what in most all likelihood would happen is that most like all the fail safes hopefully should work on all the warheads that are coming down if you shoot this missile down. Um, but by hitting the ground, hopefully you'll crack the sphere, so there'll be either incomplete or uneven burn of the explosive
Yeah.
lenses. You'll crack the sphere instead of fucking or the pit instead of fucking compressing it evenly on all sides. That there you'll end up just turning it into a dirty bomb at that point.
Yeah.
Vastly vastly more dangerous radiation wise because the potency of the material is a lot worse. But the chunks are way fucking bigger and a lot easier to clean up and a lot less dispersed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, what is it? Thomas Edison once said that I don't know what World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, I also have a theory about how evolution works on this planet too. I reckon this isn't our first time around. I reckon like this go of humanity has not been around for far as far long as what they say we have. And then we get a couple of thousand years down the road, maybe 10,000 years, and then we'll have sudden acceleration of fucking technologies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, like have a look in the last 150 years. We went from bloody piston steam engines to steam turbines, from wooden ships to iron, fully iron constructed ships. Um, fucking electricity. We went from box kites to fucking putting engines on them to having jets to going into space within the space of like 40
Yeah.
something fucking years. Putting them in on the moon within 40 years of fucking putting me on like powered flight. Harnessing the atom, basically creating 1,000,001 ways to fucking destroy ourselves as we know it at the moment. And I'm not just talking about nukes, I'm talking about like Kessler syndrome. This fucking computer outage at the moment showing every cunt how desperately vulnerable everything is to just one one cunt putting a zero or a one somewhere in the wrong fucking spot.
Yeah.
Whole world shuts down effectively. For some reason, I fucking managed to dodge that bullet. Don't know how. But everything seemed to work for me yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I was fine. I was able to get on and do whatever I wanted. Um, I didn't have any issues at all. I still don't have any issues. Um, fucking Ricky Berwick, my god, dude, you are just stop making me fucking laugh so hard.
Well, anyway, we got to fucking we got to put up with the long, slow, drawn out fucking death of radiation poisoning because that will still
Yeah.
cause a cloud, and that will still fucking come down and get us. But people will still sort of eventually survive through all of that shit. And here's where I reckon we're coming up to the end of this iteration of our own demise, where it's any number of who's bloody Eric Cartman's dad? Is it Officer Barbrady? Is it Mr. Garrison? Is it the 1989 Denver Broncos? How are we going to get fucking
No,
wiped
it's
out?
his mom.
Is it being nuked by Joe Biden? Is it being nuked because Joe Biden started World War III but not over Ukraine? Um, is it from a fucking virus that was released because Joe Biden's corrupt fucking charisma fucking laboratories and shit in Ukraine got fucking hit by a fucking a Patriot missile that Volodymyr Zelensky went and fucking said was a Russian missile, so everyone still feels sorry for the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
Notice they're going back to fucking blowing up children's and maternity hospitals and shit again because they're about to run out of money and support. Fucking, so a random asteroid could fucking hit us. Fucking,
Oh, I've got something I want to say about that. The
I'm
asteroid
pretty
thing.
sure
Go
that
ahead.
by the end of the year they'll come out with like absolute proof that like aliens do fucking exist and like the reason why the US government just threw their hands up in the air and like couldn't give a flying fuck anymore is because they know it's all over and we've got to count down to the end of this year and the aliens are coming to fucking evaporate us all and turn us all into resources.
I don't think I
Um,
don't think the aliens would do that. I think the worst that would happen is they'll come in, they'll take over, and that's it. Either way, we're a slave. We're either a slave to the aliens or we're a slave to the corporations that own the politicians.
but I sometimes wonder like how did we find out things like Brett? Who was the first weirdo that put their fucking mouth up to a cow's udder and went, nummy nummy, you know? Like,
You
who's thought
obviously
about
haven't watched any episode of Jackass.
yeah, but like, no, like, yeah, like, well, they only did that shit because, like, they know that you can drink fucking milk. But, like, who's the first weirdo to go, I'm going to suck off that cow over there, see what happens? Like bread, for example. Who
Listen,
thought of putting flour and water and then yeast, of all fucking things?
listen,
Um,
Farty. Every civilization throughout history has had at least one Andy Dick and at least one Tom Green. There has always
oh,
been some asshole doing extreme shit for the laughs and for the attention. For as long
no,
as humanity has existed.
no, that where I'm actually getting at is like it seems like there are certain things that can't be something that you just came across. They had to be taught to you by somebody somewhere along the line. And some of the most basic things that all civilizations end up managing is bread. All right. So how the fuck come there's like 1,000 different types of fucking bread on the bloody planet, but we've only got one use for Vegemite?
Oh, because
You know?
Vegemite kind of sucks.
But like, yeah, I reckon we're about to fucking to wipe ourselves out back to the point of random fucking groups of people sort of trying to fucking live without electricity and by the time we get back to where we are now, like things like massive iron deposits and shit like that will be just places like fucking New York City, and
Yeah.
where buildings had just crumbled and the iron had turned back into iron ore.
What the fuck, Dester? Dester goes, Grug, me bet you shiny, no, you know, suck grass monster's belly.
What the fuck?
He's talking about walking up to a cow and sucking on the udder. I think someone looked at the calf, and said, huh, the calf is drinking the milk from the cow. I wonder if I can drink the milk from the cow. I am hungry. I am starving. I'm gonna die anyway. What else have I got to lose?
No.
'Cause
I
think,
guarantee you the conversation started off with, Assalamu alaikum wa
oh my god, Farty, stop.
rahmatullah.
You're gonna get us canceled. Stop it, Farty.
And things just got out of hand.
Stop it, Farty, you fuck. You're gonna get us canceled, you fucking prick. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just think about the calm, serene waterfall in the background. And I think I agree with Dester when he says the aliens are busy watching us and laughing.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what a Merle was. They did exactly what we thought they'd do. They came along, they took one look at us, put the foot down, turned, and fucked right back off to where they came from.
I think half of our satellites are actually alien assets, so they can stream Earth, just like in South Park.
Mm.
When we're very close to getting canceled, the entire planet is close to getting canceled. Or we're in the way of a hyperspace highway.
We're a drop of smegma on the inside wall of some giant's fucking jock strap. And we're about to be thrown in the fucking laundry and yeah.
Cleansed is the word you're looking for.
Some we're a microbe on the bead of smegma and an anti-microbial fucking laundry detergent's about to destroy our entire existence.
So what you're saying is we're just a drop on the tip of a giant's dick.
Probably.
Flat Earth confirmed.
For all we know, we could be knob poop hanging around some dirty giant poof's arsehole.
We're a turd stuck to some cosmic dog's butt hair.
Yeah, we're a Klingon hanging around his anus.
You fuck.
That's why they call them Klingons, because they always hang around Uranus.
Oh my god. Is that why? Is that why, Farty? Oh my god. I've burned all my material today. What else do you want to talk about?
Fucking... I don't know.
I don't know either.
See, I've lost that much time over the last week and a bit now. Like, I honestly don't even know what I've been doing.
We barely had an hour worth of material. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
I need to start planning we've been going 69 minutes. Nice. I think I need to start planning the shows out a little bit more. I mean, I suppose we could talk about some of the video game bullshit going on. You want to talk about that?
Oh, I haven't really been keeping up with it.
Oh, that's okay. I can fill you. Oh, I was going to talk about that, Dester. Shut up. Shut up, Dester. Don't say a fucking word. I can tell you about that. Would you like to hear about it? Are you ready, Farty, for the listening? So
Yeah.
Ubisoft, right? We all like Ubisoft, right? They made classics like like huh? I don't remember. But they're also known for Assassin's Creed. And the newest iteration of Assassin's Creed, which I don't know has been released yet or is set to release or not, is called Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it takes place in feudal Japan. And
It hasn't been released yet.
okay, so it takes place in feudal Japan, and when they released the trailer for it, I was kind of like,
Main
huh,
character's a black fella.
what's that?
The main character's a black fella.
Yes, Yasuke. He was a retainer in samurai mythology. Um, and Ubisoft was like, "Oh, he's a samurai," and Japan is not entirely pleased about that. They're not pleased about the fact that whoever wrote the story for Assassin's Creed Shadows said that Yasuke is a samurai. They actually went out of their way. There's historians and there's politicians and there's media outlets just berating the hell out of Ubisoft. There's even a lawsuit pending. There's even a lawsuit pending. How fucking crazy is that?
Just blame the artificial intelligence. Well,
Blame
we asked
Canada.
ChatGPT, to give us a typical samurai from feudal Japan, and it gave us this image. So
Yeah, that's what a retainer is. Des. A retainer is basically someone who holds on to weapons for other people. There's legend that he was a retainer for Nobunga. Nobunga was famous for traveling and trying to conquer Japan in the 18th century, 16th century, somewhere like between the 16th and 18th century. I don't remember exactly where. That's a big gap though. That's like 200 years. And he was famous for his love of firearms. He fucking loved firearms, and ironically was killed by a sword. um. But yeah, so there's a lot of 16th century. Thank you. Um, so there's a lot of like myth and rumor around who Yasuke actually was, but there's no evidence um that he was a samurai. And so Japan is really fucking pissed about it. They are not happy, and Ubisoft is in even more shit because of it. How does that make you feel, Farty?
uh
Okay. So you don't have
I
any.
just heard that. Yeah, I just heard that there was something about a 7 foot tall black fella that was supposed to be a samurai in Japan. I'm like, okay, so he doesn't stick out like dog's balls. How?
Yeah. But he wasn't really a samurai. He was a retainer. And
Well, even
that's
still, having a 7 foot tall black fella hanging around you when you're the only person with a 7 foot tall black fella around, and he's renowned for being the only 7 foot tall black fella that's carrying around the weapons for this one particular dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you hanging around me at all.
Yeah. Um especially in the 16th century, Japan was really fucking racist.
Mhm.
We're talking real fucking racist. This needs to go in the garbage. Why is it still fucking?
Well, that's part of the good part about how bad your education system is over in America, because you think you cunts are fucking racist there. God, you should see the rest of the fucking world.
Oh, I know. It's
Like,
hilarious.
yeah, and it's
Why
like,
don't you tell us some of the shit that happens in Australia around the Aborigines?
oh, it's not so much them. They are the assholes in the matter.
What's that?
Like they get given a free ride pretty much their entire fucking life, and we're still a bunch of cunts for it. So yeah, well, fucking no, but like if a black American went to Japan, oh, they'd be doing all the racist shit, like doing wide eyes and trying to speak American with an
Oh, I
American
know.
accent. Um, they'd even call him, the N word and all this kind of shit. Offer him some cotton, and but he, oh, yeah, like racist as fuck. And the only reason why Japan isn't known as a racist country is because most Americans are uneducated
Yeah.
and think that America is the only country that exists.
No, it's hilarious. And you go to China, and you're any ethnicity other than white or Chinese, you're getting fucking locked up right away.
Mm. Oh, the Vietnamese hate the Japanese. The Chinese hate the Vietnamese. Fucking the Filipinos, like, they don't like the Singaporeans, and look at these hairy knees and fucking. Anyway, bloody. The joke went totally over your head there.
It did. It did. It did. No, it
Anyway,
didn't.
fucking.
It didn't go over my head. I've heard it so many times. I don't think it's funny anymore. I'm sorry, Farty. I'm sorry.
I've only ever done that twice around you. Anyway, fucking.
What?
So I've only done that joke twice around you.
No, you've done it a
Fucking.
bunch of times in the past.
Ah, well.
Dirty knees, look at these. Yes, I know.
Yeah,
And they're
Chinese, Japanese knees. But he. Anyway, fucking. But like when we say, like, I've heard this accusation being made. There was one accusation being made to member of the royal house, and then there was another one made about Australia being racist and all this. And it's with the member of the royal house. It was a case of this black woman was asked, "Oh, and where did she come from?" By a member of the royal staff, and that was racist. And oh my god, and da, 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 da. No, 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 no. When we ask where you're from, it's because we want to take a genuine interest in you. We'd like to get to know you as a human being. We're actually acknowledging your existence and all this kind of
yeah.
stuff. When you're not just the little
Flavor of the
black
week.
fella in the corner that's only it's never heard but only seen when we only absolutely have to. No, 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 no. Come and join us over here. We're this is the actual
Oh
what
my god,
inclusivity looks
gesture.
like, and all this kind of shit. Because we also know too that Samoans don't like being called Tongans, and Tongans don't really like the Maoris, and the Maoris are the bigger, more violent ones of the lot. They all hate the Aborigines for some reason, but the Aborigines reckon they're the ones who were poor hard done by. Maybe it was the race of pygmies they were picking on before fucking everybody else. Yeah. Anyway, um, if you called a Vietnamese person Japanese, he'd start insulting your mum, because they fucking hate each other, and it'd be an
Yeah.
insult if you called them Asian, or you just called them Southeast Asian, or you just called them Chinese or something like that. That's an even bigger insult. And getting back to the usual gripe that this ends up with is the African Americans. Every actual African hates that fucking term because just about everybody who's ever used that bloody term has never been to fucking Africa ever in their lives.
Yeah.
And
But that's the
you want
term
to,
we use because we got slaves from Africa.
well, fucking, not all the slaves came from Africa.
No, some came from Ireland. I think we've already
Yeah.
established this.
Anyway, bloody, uh, yeah. They even asked. I've even been asked once, do they have African Americans in Australia? And it's like, yeah, I'm sure we do somewhere along the place. I mean, it has, gone to shit since multiculturalism came in.
Why would there
Oh my
be?
God, you call your native Australians like, multiculturalism? I'm like, no,
Farty,
you fucking idiot. We
let
call them
me
Aborigines, not
let,
fucking African Americans.
let me
Well, where
ask
do
you
your
a
black people
question.
come from? From here, stupid.
Let me ask you a question,
Fucking,
Farty. How the fuck do you have African Americans in Australia? They're not. They wouldn't be African Americans. They'd be African Australians.
well, if an African had dual citizenship with Africa and in America, and then they moved to Australia, that would be an African American Australian.
Well, yeah. Now you're 3 levels in, and that's just too much. It breaks my brain, Farty. Okay, I'm a simple creature.
That's accurate.
What?
I certainly like to be accurate.
It's accurate, but it breaks my brain. Simplify it for me. Come up with
Well, it's
a
simple.
come up with a term, a single word that that breaks down all three nationalities, so I don't have to think anymore.
Yeah, it's simple. An African Australian, African American Australian.
No. You need to take African American Australian and turn it into one word, a single, easy to understand word that makes it all unified.
Oh, alien food. I mean, humans.
Okay, there you go. Humans. We'll go with that. Depending on. Oh my god, I can't say this, Dester, you asshole. I'll have Farty say it.
Hang on.
I'll have Farty say it. Because I'm not gonna say it. It's in the private chat.
Depending on the slant of your eyes, depends on how you'll survive in Asia.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. We're not saying that, Dester, you asshole.
There's a Threadbow joke for you, as none of yous will get.
Oh god.
Yeah, Stuart Diver went to Japan.
Say again?
Yeah, he said Stuart Diver said he was going to Japan.
Who's Stuart Diver?
Yeah, he said he was going to hit the slopes.
Oh my god, you dickhead.
Yeah, and in this one's I'll have to explain this one because it's fucking obscure as all hell. So in southern New South Wales, there's a town called Thredbo, and it's up in the Australian Alps. And
Redbow. That sounds like a prostitute you don't pay.
Anyway, yeah. So it does snow down there, and there's one year we just like 2 days back from a fucking a snow warfare course. Anyway, so in like a couple of streets just over from where we were,
Okay.
there was a landslide, and this multi-story fucking apartment block slid down a hill,
It was a
trapped a
fucking
couple of people
apartment?
in there.
Were there hookers
Yeah.
in it?
Well, I guess so. They're all fucked now. Anyway, yeah, one of the blokes, or the bloke they pulled out, was a guy called Stuart Diver, and he stuck in the wreckage for a few days or something like that. And he was a ski instructor.
Okay.
So, yeah, did you hear that Stuart Diver went to Japan? He went to hit the slopes.
Yeah, okay. Well, now you explain the joke.
Yeah.
I didn't need the explanation. I thought it was funny without it.
He now made it even less funny.
Oh, no. Now you made it just dumb. Why do you gotta do that to me, Farty? Why you gotta ruin a perfectly good joke? I'm the ruiner of jokes around here. That's my job.
Yeah,
I only have one fucking job, and you took it from me, you bastard.
Yeah, but you didn't know how to ruin that joke properly, you see.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, fine. Fine. I will let you have that one. For now. But that's my job. Okay? I get one job on this show. God damn it. And that's to ruin the joke. And you won't let me do that properly. If at all. If at all. If I can't do it properly, at least I can do it improperly, god damn it. I got one job. Let me suck at it.
You know how you follow, you find out where Kamala Harris is during the day?
You look for the used tissues?
Clothes. You look for the what drops she leaves behind her as she keeps walking. The wetter they are, the closer you are to.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Look for the little clumpies, you guys.
That's how you get rid of evidence properly.
Look for the little clumpies, you guys.
That would be funny if you took a black light to fucking the White House.
No, that would be humiliating and scary, and I don't want that. My job used to write something. My job used to be write something and get auto censored by YouTube. Yeah.
That's another thing that shit me out.
I just tracked camel toe by the knee marks on the carpets.
That's how you know that she's been there.
Oh my god. You know, I can't wait to get to hell with the rest of you guys.
I wonder if you can track her like a truck.
Oh god, we're not talking about tracking Kamala Harris.
Track it like a truck with an oil leak.
We're not talking about this party.
Okay, the drips are smaller and further apart. She was rushing to this meeting.
She was Russian.
Yeah. Okay. So this puddles determines that she was here for 10 minutes,
Damn it. You...
and then she moved to the door and paused for another minute while having another discussion, and then
Dester says he's gonna have to look up to see hell. You're that damn Dester. Farty, you missed my joke on layering on top of your joke.
what was it?
She's Russian.
Ah. Well, a lot of the time she. Never mind.
Yes, never mind, because I'm not gonna get it.
I was gonna fuck that joke up before I started.
What's
It
that?
was like I was gonna fuck that joke up before I even started it.
Oh, okay.
Is that when you're going to take to the Dunny, you have three different nationalities. When you're going European, when you're done, you're finished. But when you're on your way there, you're Russian.
Oh my god.
And it's like, yeah, camel toes. She's Russian, and now she's into water sports peeing. I was gonna fuck that joke up. Never mind.
Ugh, Farty. My job is fucking up the jokes. Your job is to tell them.
Well, I'm just fucking super efficient tonight, Everyone's complaining about me being all fucking
Yeah.
slow and sluggish and shit. Well, now I'm doing every cunt's job for them before they've even done it.
You know what? Fuck you, Farty. I'm done with you. You're fired.
Well, it's malicious compliance here, son.
I suppose. You tell me it's a group meeting if it's a. Oh my god, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. We're done with the Kamala jokes. We're moving on. I don't know on to what, but we're moving on. What do you do when a blonde throws a hand grenade at you?
What?
You pull the pin and throw it back. How do you make a blonde kill herself?
Put spikes in her shoulder pads.
No,
Ask her a difficult question.
no, you give her a knife. Oh wait, no, that's how you make a retard kill himself. My bad.
Fucking.
Speaking of retards with knives, Boogie2988. Do you know the guy?
What's he done now?
He was on a live stream threatening to kill himself because his cancer diagnosis was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck happened to you, bro? Did your divorce fuck you that bad?
I kind of saw this right from the beginning years ago too. It was sort
See
of
you
there was
later,
something
Gus.
a bit off about that dude.
Say again?
There was something a bit off about him.
Yeah.
So basically, he was crying and for grifting, pretty much.
Yeah. No, he was at one point entertaining as fuck. And that was when he was doing the Francis stuff. Then he decided he didn't want to do the Francis stuff. Fine, cool, whatever. That's not what I, went there for. And then he started doing the video game stuff and talking about gaming and shit like that. Which, whatever, cool. Alright, I'm kind of into that. Maybe I'll stick around and watch for that. And then he started talking about... Then what really pissed me off about him... The first thing that really pissed me off about him was he went to convention, and he was a speaker at a convention, and he was on stage with Anita Sarkeesian, and he was telling a story about how, he kind of like went against what Anita said, and she berated him for it, afterwards. And like, I lost all respect for the man when he basically admitted to just being a big fucking puss in front of her. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. Bye bye. You can kindly, go get fucked now. Um, and that
So I
was
don't even remember. I used to watch him. That was that long ago, and I only sort of vaguely know about some things. Like I remember that that thing where he was up on stage with Anita Sarkeesian, and I was sort of kind of like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? She's gonna say that you fucking sexually assaulted her in your thoughts the night before. Fucking hell.
yeah.
But he,
Bless you.
like there was something about he pulled a fucking gun and fired a couple of rounds into the air or something
Yeah,
like that.
some assholes found his house and they were like harassing him or whatever, and he whipped a gun out and he started chasing them off and shit. You know,
I thought about that point. Is now, oh, okay, this is that fake news for fake views for clicks, fucking like fake shit drama.
yeah,
Since fuck, he's going down this road. Well, and then he's sort of kind of fallen down so far on the list, I don't even scroll that far anymore.
yeah. I stopped watching him a long time ago when I started seeing like the unhingedness, and it was right around the time he got divorced. And like, I get he doesn't want to do the Francis character anymore. Fine, cool, whatever. That's why I watched him, because it was funny. And then like, apparently some of the newer shit that he's been getting up to is like, he did a crypto scam. Apparently, he's trying to scam people out of money using cryptocurrency. Like, he made his own cryptocurrency and he's using it as a scam. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you're kind of well fucked in the head, aren't you? Fucking Boogie.
I don't know. Like I think it's about now. He's sort of that's his only thing he's got.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's
he's huh?
he's never going to go like be a track and field star.
Yeah.
He's not charismatic enough or anything to actually have a career off YouTube. And evidently, this isn't making him enough money for him to not fucking constantly scam and grift people. And it's kind of like that fucking Hanna Barbera fucking villain from cartoons back in the '80s, where you know the He-Man use the giant fucking cannon to kill Skeletor. No, no, it's not the right way. I'll get you next time, He-Man. Ah. He runs
Well,
off and kind of thing. And
that was
like,
Filmation, not Hanna Barbera. Okay.
oh well, yeah, you get my point though. And like the Austin Powers ending, the fucking and you got to ask yourself, like, this has not worked for you so often. Like, why are you still fucking doing it?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is with this mental fucking hard on you've got for just this? It's another plot point for some shit movies where, like, it's like the evil guy fucking hates doing what he's doing and hates doing the thing that he's ultimately trying to get done, but it's just for some sort of fucking bloody, so he could brag about it,
Yeah.
like fucking getting through the door of some fucking bloody exclusive fucking nightclub or something like that. Just once, just so you can say you've been inside the fucking joint or something like that. And, all manner of hilarity and shenanigans fucking occurs just to get to that one fucking moment. And it's
It's like a
like
bad Mr. Bean episode.
yeah, it's like halfway through it, man. You've lost everything. You've lost all your money. You've had the shit kicked out of you 9 fucking times. Your car's been vandalised and burnt in front of you. Your wife's left you for the bloke who she got raped by after he belted the crap out of you. And fucking all this for what? For this shit? Like, fuck, man, halfway through just this whole fucking movie, I would have. And you've been doing this for fucking years. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think it's
Better
time
get
for
a
him to
life,
get a new
man.
job. Maybe you go to work for Pizza Hut or something.
Get a fucking life outside of fucking YouTube. Because that was another thing that I do remember too. When he was starting to fucking really lose the plot, a lot of people in the comment section were kind of egging on that behaviour, and it was sort of, oh, I don't want to watch where this is going to go.
Yeah, that I can't. I haven't watched Boogie in God half a decade, at least. At least half a decade. It's been probably longer than that.
Mm.
And like I kind of almost feel bad for the guy, primarily because I know a lot of it um is the mental illness shit. I know a lot of it is. But at the same time, I just don't. The grifting stuff. The grifting. I draw the line at the grifting stuff. That definitely is not part of the mental illness stuff. That's definitely, I'm running out of money. Please help me with money. Wait, let me, instead of asking for help, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna be a massive fucking prick about it.
These dumb shits that keep giving people like this money.
Yeah. Well, they want to fund. Okay, so I have a theory: is they want to fund his downfall. They want to fund him being completely fucked. That's my theory.
Oh, well, more. If anybody keeps falling for these grifts and then it comes out it's another fucking grift, it's like, well, who's the dumb cunt that keeps giving him the money to, like, ugh. I don't know. I guess it's frustration for, like, there's a lot of fucking easily fucking identifiable scams going around here that
Yeah.
people are losing fucking eye-watering amounts of money to. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute, you had all of that money and that was your life savings and you lost all of it to that? How the fuck? You're obviously too stupid to fucking sit on the toilet seat the right fucking way around. Like, how the fuck did you get all that fucking money? Man, she must have been able to suck a mean fucking dick, or was he doing fucking? Was he taking second shift at the glory hole? Like, Jesus bloody Christ!
Yeah, it's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if everyone had stopped fucking falling for these fucking stupid, obvious fucking cons, bloody, then well, then there wouldn't be any fucking bothering fucking doing it because it wouldn't be worth anything for the cunts that are trying to fucking steal your money.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, any next time fucking Boogie 2988 fucking comes out and says, "Oh, I've got X fucking that involves anything to do with money at all," just don't fucking give it to him.
Yeah, he's obviously not in it for you. He's in it for him. Which, I can respect to a point because it is YouTube. If you're on YouTube to a certain extent, you are at least a little bit of an attention whore.
A little bit.
At least a little bit. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do think there is something wrong with scamming people out of money. If you ask people for money and they feel like giving it to you, that's one thing. But if you're not telling people and keeping it on the up and up, that's something else entirely different.
Yeah.
That's just the way I see it. I don't know.
Fucking,
Am I wrong? Am I the asshole here?
no, no. No, I'm just thinking about, like, yeah, some of the schemes that I've seen over the last few weeks, and there's one bloke ended up fucking somehow signing his wife's and his brother-in-law's pension up all on the same scam. Like, how the fuck did a bank get that? Like, what the fucking hell's wrong with you, you dumb cunt?
Yeah.
Ring the fucking bank.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know, man. That's something else, man. That's how do you do that? How do you go
I
from
don't know.
being the most beloved YouTube personality, having a like thriving comedy based channel, and then just shit in the bed?
Well, it went to his head,
You think?
and yeah, and like I said, like a lot of the comment section was manipulating a lot of what he was doing too.
Yeah. Cheering him on for doing the dumb shit.
Pretty much.
You know, maybe that's the ultimate irony here. Maybe Boogie2988 is the ultimate troll. Think about it, right? Like that doesn't seem like a stretch, does it? That he's in fact just trolling? Like his entire channel now is predicated upon just trolling his audience?
Fucking still get a life. Fucking hell.
Yeah, get a life, I agree, but
Usually I'm saying to people, man, there's more important things out there than getting your dick wet. Son, you can go get your dick wet.
yeah.
That's a thing, mate. You can go
Oh,
do that.
he does that with prostitutes. Didn't you know? He's been spending all of his money on fucking hookers.
Well, there's nothing wrong with fucking whore.
I guess.
I mean, you get what you want out of her. He's just quick and easy. And fucking gives rapists and fucking bloody people who normally molest women a fucking place to go and fucking do it legally. To a consenting fucking other party. Fucking, if the hookers don't want to do it, they don't have
Oh,
to
but
do it.
it's just
Fucking,
not the same. I need to hear their screams, Farty.
yeah, well, sure, some trailers will fucking let you pay them to do that.
No, no, no. It's
Fucking,
got to be genuine. They have to be
and
really afraid of me.
and then there's no ambiguity to it. You want money? I want a route. Here you go. None of this fucking. Oh, I'll go and lead this bloke on all fucking night. You know, get a whole bunch of drinks out of him, and then maybe a drive home, and then you know,
A peck on the
get all
cheek.
fucking
Never
yeah,
see
get
you
all
again.
cold, all thing. And
Yeah, man.
fucking what are we even fucking talking about?
Boogie.
Oh, yeah.
See? That's the power of Boogie. Don't know what the fuck we're doing.
No,
Yeah,
dude.
I think he's just become a massive troll. He talks about how he hates trolls so much, but yet I think I've cracked it. I think he's just doing this shit to troll.
Yeah.
And I get some of it is the mental illness stuff. I get it. Right? Like I think you and I both understand that to an extent. But the grifting, man, the grifting and the prostitutes. Well, the prostitutes is probably part of the mental illness shit. Just constantly needing validation.
Well, I think anyone that actually gave a shit about him fucked off years ago.
Yeah.
Because like, it was partially the cunts in the comment section, what they were saying and all this kind of stuff, and the kind of like, oh yeah, I don't want to be here for this spiral kind of thing. And for every one of me that left, there would be 1,000 fucking spurgy little fucking 12-year-olds that weren't supposed to be on YouTube in the first place and come to replace me.
Yeah.
And when people do finally figure it out, they're sort of like, oh yeah, nah, there's too many, to be fighting against and all this kind of shit.
To be
You either end
fair,
up, they end up fucking not saying anything, giving up or leaving, or saying something and being ostracized.
yeah.
Um, and unfortunately, I think if that is in fact what's really actually going on with him, I don't think we're ever going to be able to break him out of it, not on his own.
No, he's spiraling too hard. He's been spiraling too hard. And this is one of those where intervention needs to be taken. And I don't know.
But yeah, he's obviously doing it mostly for validation. Like,
Yeah. And
A lot of the shitty.
a lot of it is sensation seeking too.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's where I was saying like his audience was the big problem because. But yeah, you'd see one person say one thing, and then a bunch of yeah, and the next thing you know, he'd be doing it, and it's like, yeah, well, this can lead to some fucking horrific end.
yeah, I think it's gonna ultimately end in Boogie actually taking his own life. Cause
Or
you,
doing something or getting hurt seriously,
yeah,
like severe.
like I get that he's no longer the fat guy that belly flopped into the pool, um, and that he's no longer the Francis character, and you know, I'll mourn the comedy side of Boogie when it was more innocent, when it was more fun to watch, but um,
But even then, too, I kind of have this feeling of like when you go back and see, like, oh, behind the stage door or whatever the fuck, and oh, this TV show I used to like, oh yeah, and then it's just nothing but this tirade of like, kid one got basically sexually molested from the second he woke up to the second he went to sleep. Fucking kid two was basically drugged and sexually molested from the time they woke up and fucking time they went back to sleep. Kid three was not sexually harassed, sexually molested or drugged up or anything like that, but became an alcoholic due to the fact that no one wanted to fucking molest him as a kid. Fucking, and you're like, shit, well, that was happening, and I was thinking they were having a mad time and all this. Um, sort of, kind of, that's where I see, Boogie 2988,
yeah,
but still in real time. Um, where, like, we can see, like, in the comment section where all the bad influences coming from. We can see, like, oh, look, that's not really good for his health and all this, but you can't really fucking say much.
yeah, because then the
Um,
comment section is just gonna dive you like, quit ruining our fun. Okay, cool.
But then
This
he's not going to listen anyways because there's so
yeah.
many people that are like, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about and all this kind of shit.
Well, yeah, it's like that episode of South Park. Oh my god, it's like that episode of South Park. Remember that episode of South Park
Yeah.
where they got Britney Spears to like shoot off the top of her head or whatever.
Hey, you remember that episode of South Park where like everything that they did was like a Simpsons episode did it,
Yeah,
and it was sort of like
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
the
I remember that episode. No, I'm just saying it's like that episode of South Park where they followed Britney Spears around the entire episode and they got her to do more and more increasingly fucked up shit to try and hurt herself because that's what people wanted to see. And that's kind of where we're at. Is Boogie has made himself into one of those fucked up reality shows. Um, TLC should just get in on it. TLC should get in on this show and they should document his neuroses. They really should.
And what's the bet? They're probably trying to do that with like Geordie Shaw and the Kardashians and fucking, but he was it Guido's on the beach or whatever the fuck. We'll do a reality show and we'll publicly show everybody exactly how bad this mental disorder is. So they've got up all these fucking bronzed up fucking weird looking fucking plastic people and put them in a beach house and watch all these people who fucking hate each other.
Yeah, it's I fucking okay. Can we agree that MTV became the single worst thing to happen? It wasn't. It was never intended to be, in my opinion, the single worst thing to happen to culture, but it has become the single worst thing to ever happen to culture.
Does it even play music anymore?
It does not. It's now called Much TV. No longer music
Okay,
television, Much television. Not even Much television, Much TV.
okay then.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering. Okay, so just before the debate, right?
Okay.
Or was it just after the debate? There's a YouTube. Well, I used to do a gaming show. Uh, can't remember what it was called, but they had an offshoot show called Weekly Weird News.
Okay.
And I haven't seen these cunts in fucking ages. Anyway, fucking all of a sudden they come back, and the first bit of news that they've got is Comedy Central deletes the last 20 something
Oh
years
yeah, I
of,
heard about that a while ago.
yeah, news articles and like MTV News and all this kind of shit. So no
Yeah.
wonder they're trying to delete it being called music television. So is it like, people
No,
are
they're
trying to cause
just no. It's even more sinister than that. They're trying to get people to spend money on the Paramount Plus subscription service.
a. I thought it was also too because they wanted to get rid of all the evidence of them saying that Biden was so fucking sharp as a tack and all this kind of shit for the last few months.
No, that has nothing to do. Well, that might have something to do with it, but the actual reason is far more sinister than that. They own all of that stuff, and it no longer makes them money, so no one gets to see it anymore. I mean, unless you're waving the pirate flag.
Yeah, well. I
I
mean, it was like the 90s the last time I watched MTV for anything.
Yeah, when reality TV show started encroaching uh on fucking MTV, that was the death knell. And now we're no longer a culture that celebrates art. We're a culture that I don't know how to say this. We deify art instead of celebrating it. We deify it now. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we don't have MTV News anymore. We don't have um, we don't have music on MTV anymore. We don't have malls anymore because we gave up that convenience to fucking give Bezos more money.
Fucking MTV actually ruined reality TV shows for me before reality TV shows became a thing. Because there was that, the Something Life.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a reality TV show where they'd bring a bunch of people in, like a Big Brother kind of a thing. They all live in a house. And fucking,
Yeah, I know
kind
what you're
of,
talking about. I just can't remember what it was called.
yeah, it always depressed me when he got booted off, and but he sort of then in the end of it, like everyone split ways and fucked off, and sort of yeah, that sort of got me sort of in a depressed sort of a mood kind of thing, and then when mainstream TV started doing things like Big Brother Australia and fucking shit like that, that never really got into them, so fucking couldn't
Yeah.
care less what happened on Geordie Shore or fucking bloody the Kardashians or fucking all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know,
Huh?
man. Like I don't know anymore. Like everything has just gone fucking downhill since the 90s. Since the
Yeah.
90s like came and went
Mhm.
is what I really mean. Like starting in the
Since
2000s, everything just tanks.
yeah, yeah, it's because the Spice Girls.
Uh
Everything was great up until they broke up.
yeah, I
Then
suppose. So do you think if they got back together, it would be a joyous reunion?
they already tried it. Did you hear anything about it?
Nope.
Oh, it happened 3 times apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, it's usually one that doesn't want to do it anymore. Uh, I don't think Victoria Beckham was really into doing it in the first place. Posh Spice. I think she was just there as a pretty face.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking.
man, I don't, man. Uh, we need a grand unifier again. Uh, where are we on those nukes?
mm,
Sorry. I think that joke went over everyone's head.
fucking.
I don't know if already. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to explain the me knowing about Donald Trump. Because remember, for me, my time, it had already happened for a couple of hours.
Mm.
So that whole thing about yes, we do know the future in Australia.
Yeah.
Trying to start to that, you know.
I'm still fucking floored that like literally a few hours after we had ended the stream, literally a few hours after that, Donald Trump was shot.
Mm.
And you know the what really pisses me off are the fucking CNN comes up with bullshit headlines. Oh, he fell. Oh, there was loud noises, so they took him away. Um, they don't want to. They don't want the headline to say he was shot. And then you have all these fucking people coming out of the woodwork crying about, oh, they missed, they missed, they
Mm.
missed. There is no hope for humanity. Let's just send the fucking nukes and be done with it. We're
Geez, I
living in a bad Adam Sandler movie.
wonder if the Democrats are now going to try and perpetuate it either overtly or through fucking racism.
No, I think they're gonna. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna try and take out. I think they're gonna try and kill Biden.
No, they're going to say, well, someone tried it against Trump. Trump's only going to retaliate against us, so we better take him out before he takes us out. Yeah, and it's an official thing by an official act of a president.
Yeah, I suppose. You think they're gonna try again? Because I don't know if they have the opportunity to. I don't know if they have the access to do it again.
Well, the objective is to just make sure he can't run. Like, if he doesn't spend the next 4 years as president, if anybody but Trump is president for the next 4 years, then the Bidens get off scot free because nobody's going to look into it.
I
And then
Yeah, I don't
after
know.
that, Trump did like because Trump's only got one more chance to do this, and after these 4 years, yeah, no one's going to
No
want
one's
to
gonna
vote
give
for
a
it.
shit. No one's gonna give a shit.
Yeah, so
What do they do? What is the play? They let Trump take office finally, and then they
uh,
expose Biden, and then Biden's too fucking senile and shit to stand trial, but they
but the rest of
lock
his
up his
family and all
jackass
that kind of
son.
stuff. Yeah, but the rest of his fucking family and they've got connections throughout what like
Does
bloody
Hillary Clinton finally get fucking jailed because all of the shit implicates her too? Is that why the Democrat Party is so eager to fucking suck his sack and keep him in office? Because if he goes down or loses the election, everyone goes down, and there's
pretty
no more
much,
Democrat Party.
pretty much, basically.
I mean, at least I can
Not saying it's going to be that much of a perfect world, but fucking, there's a bunch of cunts who really have some shit to lose right about now.
Why the
I highly
fuck
doubt it.
is Whoopi Goldberg trending? Is it because of the
Because
dumb shit she said about Trump's? Oh my god! Someone used those a face filter, you know, like on fucking chat things, to make Whoopi's head look like a fucking. I'm gonna link this to you in Twitch or Twitter. I mean, uh, oh my god, make her face look like a fucking butthole. Oh my god. Yeah, so she's trending because Whoopi
Hmm?
attacked Donald Trump's. Yeah, see what I mean? Looks like a fucking butthole with teeth.
They look like the aliens from fucking Predator, just without the mandibles.
No, I wouldn't say that. It looks like a butthole. It looks like a butthole. You're not changing my mind, Farty. End of story. But yeah, she's trending because she attacked a fucking 17-year-old girl.
Fucking who else isn't she attacking?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Whenever you're punching down, like, yeah, she's related to Trump, big fucking deal. You know, are you gonna be pissy toward people who were descended from fucking Adolf Hitler, or happen to have the misfortune of having Hitler as their last name?
No, she shouldn't talk. She's the one, after all, that changed her name to a white Jewish name because she wanted to scam everybody in Hollywood
Yeah,
because she wasn't going to get any work as a black woman.
yeah,
So even her whole career is predicated on the lie.
yeah. Doesn't stop Sister Act from being a funny movie, but I can, I can. What's the word I'm looking for? I can separate Whoopi acting from back then to Whoopi the activist now.
I think it's actually because she's that one nun, the scrawny little tiny one that you actually secretly wanted to fuck. It's the only reason why you actually watched that movie.
Secretly, Farty. Who said anything about secrets? We don't keep secrets around here.
Yes, it's a
Wasn't
Whoopi
she
Goldberg
also in?
movie.
Wasn't she also in Doogie Howser, MD?
I don't know. Can't remember.
I think she was one of the nurses.
Hmm.
Let me
Gotta
look
watch
it up.
Doogie Howser again.
What's that?
Gotta watch Doogie Howser again then.
Oh, Doogie Howser. I forgot. Okay. No, I don't see anything. Oh, here. Let's see. Let's see. Main cast. Neil Patrick. Is it? Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like she was in the show. Yeah, maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I
Why
got
don't you
that
look
wrong.
her up from the movie?
What movie? Sister Act?
Yeah.
Why? Why would I
Yeah,
do
easier
that?
than find her in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I know she was in Sister Act. I know she was in all three Sister Acts. They
Yeah.
kept coming up a reason with her lying ass to be a nun. Wasn't she like a criminal in the first movie, and she like hid in the rectory as a nun?
Yeah, she was a pole dancer or something like that. And, ugh. Fucking yeah. Well, anyway, I think the pole dancing club was owned by the mob. She seen them do something mobbish, and
Oh, they were gonna kill her, so yeah, she's hiding.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the second one, I think they were closing the church down or something like that. So she had to come and rally the locals and somehow turned thuggish shithole of a fucking Skid Row fucking suburb into a place where kids are out playing and there's bright colours and all sorts of shit, and all these black people everywhere not committing a single crime whatsoever.
Reality check. I don't even remember what the third one was. The third one was just so god awful. It was like
Third
Sister
one was-
Act again.
I think the third one was, who gives a fuck what happens in this? Whoopi Goldberg's career is about to fucking shit itself. It's probably her last decent paycheck to shut up and let her have it.
Yeah, and then she did Theodore Rex. Ugh.
Yeah.
And
The
then
movie's so bad that people only find out about it when they hear about it in bad movie lists.
yeah, and oh my god, that was such a bad movie. Oh my god. And then she went and did Star Trek: The Next Generation, and I gotta say, her character in that series would be fucking appalled with her now.
Fucking Guinan.
Fucking yeah, a Guinan would be appalled with her.
Real life persona.
Oh my god, dude, I've had enough. I've had enough, Farty.
Ah, well.
Shit.
Fucking.
America.
Is it me, or did fucking Whoop-de-Doo Goebbels have a fucking haircut recently?
I don't know. I don't care. I just.
Because she looked like some fucking Jim Henson thing from fucking Dark Crystal a couple of months ago, and the bloody dreadlocks are all fucking greying, or is that just with the bird shit from where it all settles?
I
Fucking
don't know, dude. I can't tell you.
hanging down her ass and all this kind of shit, and she's looking like they dragged her out of a bunch of fucking garbage bags near the fucking bins around the back, and fucking just dusted the fucking chip wrappers out of her fucking hair and chucked her on fucking stage. And when when they're not showing the audience or anything like that, everyone's actually there in breathing apparatus and all this because the smell's that bad. When they cut to breaks, it's there to fucking Febreze the shit out of the stage. The rest of the cast can handle the next 10 minutes between the next lot of ads. That's where fucking they say so much stupid shit. They're all suffering from fucking hypoxia. That's like when Joy and fucking Sunny both. You can tell that like they can only do one thing at a time, because when they're fucking waffling on with something that is absolute bullshit, you'll see Joy. She'll basically stare at a part like a point in the floor. She'll go cross-eyed, and her mouth will sort of talk in a really closed thing. And if you turned off the volume, it literally looks like she's sitting there bobbing her head going. Right?
Farty, I don't know what's more disturbing, to be honest. I don't know what's more disturbing. You watching The View or The View existing?
I only watch bits where they're taking the piss out of these stupid fucking chooks. Anyway, buddy, see, I'd fuck Joy Behar if it wasn't for the fact that, like,
She was
she's
brain
that
dead?
fucking stupid. She'd suck intelligence out of my nutsack.
All of your
I don't wanna
IQ will
end
be
up building
drained
up
through your
to-
cock.
Pretty much.
You know what? That's just what women do to men in general. Is they suck your intelligence out through your cock.
Yeah. The Anna Navarro sounds like a type of four-wheel drive we get out here, a Nissan Navaro.
Nissan, it's Nissan, sir.
Fucking Nissan, you illiterate
It's
bloody Yanks. Left you
Nissan,
with an operable
sir.
fucking language. Still can't fucking get it right. Where's the fucking
It's not even really a Japanese car.
No shit.
It is Australian, isn't it? Like originally it was Australian.
Couldn't tell you. We used to have Nissan here.
I know Holden used to be a really big thing, and then it got bought out, and then now it's not really Holden anymore.
It's not anything anymore.
Oh, did they completely kill the brand?
Oh yeah,
Ah, interesting.
anything that is left is a far-flung subsidiary of Isuzu, where they still make the Utes and four-wheel drives.
Isuzu is still a thing in Australia? Holy shit.
Yeah, Isuzu is one of the two major truck making companies out here.
Oh, wow. They're German, aren't
Like,
they?
no, the Japanese.
Are they really? I thought they were German. Which is the
No,
one that's German? Oh, that's Atari I'm thinking of. Atari is a German company, but they make games. And they made
yeah.
it sound. They gave it the Japanese name for video game or for game. Is it video game or for game? I don't remember. It's one of the two. But they're German. They were a German-based company when at their inception, and now they no longer exist.
It's
Everything goes to hell, doesn't it?
funny. I remember the Atari ads back in the days. What do we want? I want Atari. What do we want? We want Atari. Evidently not anymore.
And then they went to being a publisher only, and then they got bought up by Activision, and then they got dismembered by Activision, and then the bits were sold off. Isn't that right, Ravage? I've got a cat in my lap, which explains why I'm doing the talk down to me voice.
Well, fucking, it's Atari's own silly bloody fault. The reason why they went the
Yeah.
way they went.
Well, they
'Cause
thought
that
they
was the
could
reason.
compete with fucking Nintendo with fucking decade old hardware.
Well, it wasn't just that. I mean, the video game crash in 1984 happened because it was mainly Atari, because Sega and Nintendo saw Nintendo particularly saw the value of not letting just any old silly cunt make games for your
Yeah.
computers and shit. And Atari went, ah, fuck you cunts, and Nazi bastards, fuck off, see you later. We'll do our own thing. And by letting every cunt and any cunt slap an Atari sticker on a $2 fucking cartridge or something like that, and then you get it and there's not even a game on it, and so why go pay for a fucking a $15 game or something like that back in the day? With $15 was quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like the equivalent of say like 70 to $100 for a game now. But anyway, so yeah, like a whole bunch of people just went, no, fuck it, we're not buying fucking these rip-off bloody video games and all this kind of shit anymore. And it took Nintendo a good while to get the trust back in the industry. And now that's why so many people have about their ass about copyright issues and stuff like that, because it literally almost killed the whole industry as a whole.
Yeah, copyright bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, right off the word go.
But you know what's funny now is that copyright
It was
is
mainly Atari though that was the one that fucking allowed everyone to get away with it for so long.
but it's funny now because copyright is strangling everything else now.
Hmm.
Isn't that hilarious that copyright is like it has become so pervasive that now it, instead of saving industries,
Oh, and then people learn to weaponize it too.
yeah,
It's like there'll be people on YouTube like Russians do this a lot. Apparently, they'll just take your entire channel or your catalog and whatnot, and sometimes they won't even redub it in Russian or put the thumbnail of the animated Russian person in the bottom corner, and then dubbing over a voice to make it sound like it's them in the doing it.
yeah,
And they'll just take and then they'll claim your monetary thing. They'll take your videos, upload them, and say, "No, that was mine first. I copyrighting this channel." Even big companies have done that.
oh yeah,
Like a bunch of companies will go out and they'll buy shit tons of like, fucking fail army footage or fucking stuff like that. And if you use like 0.01 of a fucking second or something like that from something that you took out of a fail army video, oh no, we own that. We're gonna take all earnings in perpetuity for you and your kids and your great grandkids and all this kind of shit. And I'm kind of like, well, have fun with that. YouTube's got such a hard on that they don't want to pay me that you'll never see a fucking cent of this either.
Yeah. I don't know. I have zero faith for humanity going forward. No one is free. And the big takeaway is World War III can't happen fast enough. At the very least, we're going to get these dumb pieces of shit who are always complaining about everything going into military service because now we have to conscript to fucking fight this war. And it's going to be all the fucking Zoomers and fucking Gen Alpha going to war and shit. And I'm just like, all right, you guys made this bed, now you can sleep in it. But it looks like we're coming up on the end of the stream here, guys. I'm getting really fucking tired. What else you got for us, Farty? You're done too?
About there, yeah.
Yeah, about there. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. And next time, hairless pets. Weird.
Boobies.
Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Can't stand each other, but somehow it works. Yelling. Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Can't stand each other, but somehow it works. Yelling and screaming, it's all in good fun. 2 hours a week and then they're done. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. Frank thinks he's smart, Farty thinks he's right. Put them together and they'll start a fight. Doku's hiding, who knows where. Probably eating snacks in his underwear. Nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way. Aliens got it right, we always say. Blow it all up, start it anew. But we'll be back next week just for you. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. So thanks for listening to this crazy ride. Frank and Farty, always side by side. It's garbage, yeah, what a delight. We'll see you next week. Good night.